Mm. Welcome back to our podcast, Football and Sports. I'm John. Scott, what's happening, Scott? All right. I think you're muted.
Figures. Good, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm dying. I tell you, I look terrible. Allergies are killing me. I'm getting it bad this year.
Oh, I'm sure. Mine are. I haven't been able to breathe out of my nose for like a week, probably 2 weeks.
I was telling Robin, I'm usually the guy. I usually am good. Everyone around me always has bad allergies. This year is you know what else sucks before I get into sports that pisses me off right now that is really aggravating the fuck. I mean, I go outside today. I had a few moments. I'm going to go cut the grass, okay? Because the weather's not going to be really great. There's going to be some rain coming. I'm going to cut the grass. I bought a lawnmower last year. After I'm done mowing the lawn last year, I put it away. You know, I make sure. I thought I ran it out, the gas, all this other shit. I go to start. It won't start. Won't start. So, okay, fine. No big deal. I'm going to get the spark plug, all that. They put the spark plug in a place that no human wrench can reach. I mean, it's going to have to be one of those long fucking things. But think about it. Why would you do that? Like, why would you put the plug so far? It was so far under there. I'm like, you know, I don't have that. I'm going to get the tool. It's fine.
Yeah,
I have.
Yeah, you got to buy a deep socket for it.
I have a spark plug one, and I'm like, okay, my father left it to me. I mean, he gave me all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. This is going to work. It came up this short. Like, I'm talking.
Really? It's shorter than that?
Yeah, it came.
Wow, that's pretty deep.
The end of the spark plug is so long, it's unreal.
Wow.
Made by Briggs and Stratton. Terrible.
They probably make the wrench you need too.
That's what Robin said. Yes, they do make the fuck. But anyways, man, lot going on. Let's talk about some playoffs first.
Sure.
We'll start in the NBA. I picked out a couple series to talk about because I thought it'd be easier that way. But first, let me show you everyone out there who leads the league in NBA points per game playoffs. You got Booker, Kawhi Leonard, Jamal Murray, and Steph Curry. Unfortunately, Kawhi Leonard's hurt again. And, you know, it's tough. It's got to be tough to have him on your team because you just never know. He's in and out a lot.
Yeah.
And
when he's in,
he's good. He's awfully good. Yep. And there's Booker. He leads all the entire league in scoring, had 45 the other night. So now that series sits when we talk about Phoenix and the Clippers is 2-1, two games to 1. Phoenix up 2-1. I have a feeling now with Kawhi gone, this might be, you know what I mean? I think it could go 5.
Yeah, it's going to go the rest of the game. Yeah, it's good. That's what I thought too.
I think it'll be easy. And Phoenix is good. I mean, you watch them.
Phoenix is clicking, dude. I mean, yeah, Booker's so good. He is so good.
And underrated in the entire thing of you don't hear about him.
Sure. Yeah.
You hear more about Ja Morant or even the guy for Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell, and all that.
Yeah, he does not get his praise like he should.
Yeah, so there's him, and that series I think is in hand for me. I think Phoenix has that one in hand. The other one that I found interesting and is great is Sacramento Golden State, and only because Sacramento hadn't been in the playoffs in so long.
I know they're like the Cinderella team this year, huh?
Really cool how good they are, and going wide. The atmosphere was almost like a hockey game. I mean, it was pretty cool. I was pretty happy watching them, and I kind of wouldn't mind Golden State to get beat. Draymond Green. Yeah, I think so. Draymond Green is suspended. I think he served his suspension already. So what is it? Sacramento's up 2-1 going into Game 4 at Golden State.
So I don't know why. This should make or break the series in right here.
Huge game, right? This is it. This is
absolutely
always the biggest game.
Sure.
If Sacramento wins, they're winning this. I would be stunned.
I would have to say so, yeah.
Golden State ran out the table, but that is one team that no one pays it. There's another one. I mean, think about Sacramento Kings, you know. Someone was apologizing the other day to them.
What's that? Weren't they? They were a playing team, right?
No.
Oh?
No, they've been good all year. This team's good.
I didn't even know. I didn't follow the NBA all year.
No, they're good.
Because I just assumed that they were a playing team. They're everybody talks like they're a Cinderella team or something.
It's just that it's been 17 years or something crazy since they made a playoff spot, and it Sacramento though, like, is that? I think Sacramento used to be New Orleans, who then used to be Buffalo. I think this is the old Buffalo Braves,
Gotcha.
Which is kind of interesting too.
Yeah, 2 cities away, right? Twice removed.
But Sacramento's a team that no one thinks of. I mean, of all the teams in California, in basketball, they're kind of
Crowds like at their games.
huge, big crowds. They follow. They were talking to a guy on. I was listening to actually Toronto radio, and they were talking basketball, and they had a guy on who does. He must be their whether he's play-by-play announcer, but whatever it is, he follows Sacramento. He's on Sacramento radio, and he was talking. He said, they're loyal. They've always been loyal over there. They love them, but they just never,
just nationally, they never get their due, huh?
And they never make the playoffs. 17 years. It's a long time. I mean, when you think of it, like, you got, I think now the Jets and the Sabres are sitting at 12.
Some name players that flowed through there then at some point, right? I know there's some. I remember some guys playing for the. God damn, who's played for them?
Oh my God, there's been good play. I don't know what the deal is really, but it's just not. It's because
you just never pulled together, huh?
Yeah, they've just been always that team, like an after. It's weird. It's a weird situation. Sacramento, capital of California, but no one really cares. Like, what I mean? It's just
right.
It's just bizarre how they are, but so they're doing what they're doing. Yeah, which is good. And the next series, Knicks Cleveland tonight, game 3 in Madison Square Garden at 8:30. The series is 1-1. I'm assuming that'll be a good one.
I think so.
Because there's a lot. That's Madison Square Garden will be nuts. So that'll be good.
They haven't had action in a while. They got to,
No, yeah, Atlanta was disgusting when they played them a year ago or 2 years ago, whatever it was. Now the next series that I was looking at, and this is because it's Memphis, LA, Lakers. It's 1-1, and I'll show you. I know most of you out there have seen this. This is only one clip I found. This, I think, is the clip of Brooks going after LeBron, but there's one where LeBron also returns the favor. But here, check it out.
Cutting lane. That time, the timing impeccable by LeBron. Brooks, a three. Brooks staring at LeBron. LeBron not returning his gaze. Fell on Brooks initially on this hit, or you'll see it in a moment after the stare down by Brooks, and LeBron just wouldn't return the favor. Yeah, but I think.
Now I know earlier in that game or whenever, LeBron made a shot and he said something to him, and then they chased. But you know what I don't like? I cannot stand when somebody does what Brooks did, and then they start clapping or something. What are you clapping about? Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? Why are you clapping? Like, because you just start clapping and laughing. What are you clapping and laughing about? You've seen it before. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I think they think they had a moment.
Yeah, and you look like an ass, and I'm wondering why you'd want to wake LeBron up. Like, you're asking for trouble.
Did something happen prior to that caused him to do that to LeBron?
Oh yeah. LeBron and him, they've been talking. Through the season, they've had words. Brooks
so this is long standing. Okay.
Brooks tries to talk, and LeBron obviously doesn't. I don't think it phases him really. He scores, right. And the other night, in whatever, it might have been that same game, LeBron makes a shot, and you could see he told Brooks, he said something to Brooks. Well, there was a timeout. Brooks keeps following him all the way back to the Lakers bench. Now the Lakers, so it's a whole thing. And that's when he starts clapping and smiling and jumping up and down. And to me, if I'm Memphis, I don't want to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why would you don't want to poke?
Yeah, I don't understand why you want to do that either.
Because right now,
why would you want to make that team want to beat you even more than they already do?
And especially him.
Yeah. Why give him something to play for just to shut you up? You know what I mean? And make you look like a chump.
Because think about it. He's done everything, right? LeBron's won in Cleveland, Miami, everywhere. He's whatever. And you could understand. It wouldn't shock me if he would. Not that he don't care, but you get my point. Like, you got to get up for Memphis. And then this guy's going to, the series is done because of him, I think. It's 1-1 now. There's no chance the Lakers win this series, in my mind.
Really?
And I think John Morant is even out. I'm not even sure if he's bad. I don't even care if he's
He
playing
broke
or
his
not.
hand, right? Didn't he fracture his hand?
Oh, did he? Good. He's out.
He fractured. We had a cast on it. I thought he fractured it.
So he's done. They're done. I mean, it's over. I think the Lakers will just.
I would imagine. I mean, I think everybody thinks that, but you never know.
Even with Morant, though, I think they beat him. I just think that there are certain players. There's players in hockey like that. Don't hit them. Because if you hit them, they might be good players. You make them great by hitting them. It's weird. I
know what you're saying.
It gets people motivated and they get going. And I think LeBron now has added motivation that he doesn't really need. And so
Is he on him every night that they play? Is that who guards him every night? Oh, that does.
Pretty much, yeah.
Everybody's going to be watching then.
It doesn't stop. And I hope. I'm not a big Lakers fan, never been. I'm a Knicks fan. I've never liked the Lakers. Don't like them at all, actually. I mean, I respected them way back when with Magic Johnson and all that, but I'm not even a LeBron fan, honestly. I'm kind of indifferent towards him. I don't care. But I know that he's still one of the best in there, one of the best in the league of all time. I wouldn't want to, keep right. It don't make any sense.
Yeah, I know. I don't. It doesn't make.
So bet the Lakers.
Originated the whole thing to keep it going, and now, they're probably saying horrible shit to each other left and right too. I'm sure of that.
Yeah, well, I'm betting the Lakers every chance I can. I think in this, or if you can bet the series now that it's 2-2 or 1-1, whatever it may be, I kind of like that. What's funny too? On a real quick note, the East is so bad. The only series that the Knicks and Cavs are 1-1, but Philly's 3-0 over Brooklyn. Boston's 2-0 over Atlanta. Milwaukee, Miami's close. It's 1-1, but that was only because I believe that was the day that Giannis didn't finish the game. I think if he finished,
right,
2-0.
He killed my parlay too. That
did
fucking
it?
Killed my parlay. Yeah. Yep. I had a 7-legger going, dude, and I hit all of them except his.
Yeah, that was
right. He was definitely going to hit it, but
yeah,
wasn't meant to be.
Robin, how are you? You any thoughts on the NBA playoffs? I know you haven't really. I know you paid a little attention. I know.
Yeah, I like the Suns a lot in the West. I think they, with Durant and Booker together, plus the other pieces they've got, I think that they're definitely coming out of the West. I think the East is a little more up in the air.
Well, between Boston, Philadelphia, Milwaukee, like the team that wins out of that Cleveland, New York series, what are they going to get? Milwaukee,
right,
or whatever. Now I'll tell you this: I think the team that can be beat is Philadelphia. I don't know why. I feel like a team like Cleveland could beat Philadelphia. I don't know if the Knicks could do it, but I don't know. There's something about Philadelphia that I don't really. It might be Embiid. It might be his playoff performances in the past.
Right.
He kind of chokes up a little. I like him, but he chokes up. I remember it was a series against Boston. He fumbled it away. Remember he had a chance. He turns as a layup, and instead he drops it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. He makes me concerned of where I think the next round you could possibly have somebody take them out. Just my thought. Knicks won't do it. The Knicks. I did say though that they could beat Cleveland. I thought they could beat Cleveland. I still think they can beat Cleveland.
I think they look like they can beat Cleveland.
Donovan Mitchell is the best player, but sometimes, man, Randall plays so well. You just don't know what you're going to get from him. He is out of control. He's good, but he's wild. He's very wild on the court.
Yeah.
And, but Brunson's good.
I like Brunson.
He gives a calming effect.
Yeah.
So he's good. So the NBA, I don't know. Tonight, like I was looking at games. Tonight, Denver plays Minnesota, and Denver is up 2-0. You got the Knicks Cavs tonight, and you got Boston Atlanta games in Atlanta, game 3 in Atlanta. The Knicks, I think. See, if I was going to bet, why not take the dog in the Knicks Cleveland game? If Cleveland's the underdog, I mean, because this game's probably going to be really close.
Right.
I could see Cleveland winning, of course. Why not?
Sure.
and it could go 1-1, 2-2, whatever. I don't know. They might be. I think they're the dog in this game. I wouldn't be surprised. I kind of like them. I don't know. Do you guys have anything in basketball that you thought of?
I got a prop bet I got.
Oh, you got a prop bet?
Yeah.
Well, here, we'll wait. We'll wait on it. We'll wait.
We can wait for that for later.
Let's go to something else now. My favorite of all, the NHL playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything for that. No, I don't have anything. I picked out now tonight. Florida plays Boston in Florida. The series is 1-1, and I think Florida can win. I after watching Florida and then having the injuries that Boston has right now with Bergeron and possibly the goalie, that whole season, that great season, might be for waste because Florida looks good.
Yeah.
They look really, really good. I'd love to bet them to win the series just to see whatever that would be. That's got to be huge. But to put us a couple bucks, I think they can win. They're big enough. They beat the hell out of them the other night in Boston.
Yeah.
The whole deal, 6-3. I mean, they really ran them out of this rink.
I like Chuck a lot.
Yeah. So Boston being, they had the greatest season ever, Scott.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, I'm like, why shouldn't they have like 0 issues? Didn't they win the whole thing?
It's weird. I don't think they're as good as that thing shows. Like in the past, I don't know why it is. They are a great team because there is, other than Pasternak, and he's not even, he's top 5. You know what I mean? There's no one who's, Allmark comes from here and is having the year of his life, career of all time. Now he's a little dinged up, and hasn't had much playoff experience, but I think he'll be fine. I don't know what it is, Scott. There's all year I haven't thought. I don't know, Robin. I know you watch a lot. I haven't really thought they're not the 78 Canadians. They're not, whoever. What was the other team? One of the Detroit teams, I think. Right. Colorado. I don't know. This team just isn't it. There isn't. You don't see like Patrick Roy's not in the back. You don't have Peter Forsberg, and you just go through the names.
Right. I know what you mean.
I kind of like Florida to win the series, possibly. It would not shock me if this goes 7. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is going to be as competitive a series as any. And, I mean, I think Florida's got a real chance of winning, especially if Allmark's hurt.
Now, in the East, tonight, the other game in the East is the Islanders are home against Carolina. Carolina's up 2-0, but they have some injury issues. The one guy broke his wrist, Tarvinen. He got his wrist broke. I will say that I'm going to save this game for later because I have a pick on this one. But I could see the Islanders getting 1 tonight. Like tonight would be the night. And I think they might be a dog at home. I feel like this is the night. They'll get 1.
Right.
They could get 2. They could come back in the series. It wouldn't shock me. They got great goaltending. But the Islanders tonight, 2-0. They're going home, and obviously must win. You can't go down 3-0.
Right.
Out in the West tonight, one of the best series, I think, physically with fighting and all that stuff is Minnesota-Dallas. That is 1-1, and they're going to Minnesota now. It's 1-1. Minnesota was messed up. They won game 1 pretty easily in Dallas, remember? They win game 1, and they had in net Gustafsson. And for some reason, game 2, they put Fleury in. It made no sense. Why would you change goalies after you had such a they dominate, he played well, but you go to the other goalie and they lost 7-3. So they lose, at Dallas. I figured Dallas would win, but not like,
right.
Not like that. So tonight you got that game. That's game 3 in Minnesota. Tough one to bet, guys, for me. That's a tough series.
Yeah.
I mean, those are 2 tough. They're
playing old style hockey.
They're tough. The guys are getting did you see the one guy? Did you see the guy for Winnipeg that had the 75 stitches on his head?
Yeah, that was great. I mean, that's hockey.
He played. Holy cow!
Yeah.
I mean,
he didn't lose his eye. Thank God.
Thank God. 75 stitches though. So they stitch. Think about they having to get that done and then go.
Yeah.
Look how sharp those skates are nowadays.
So sharp. They're crazy.
Oh gosh.
They cut through the pants. Mm-hmm. No, I can't even. It hurts. It hurts just to get a little cut. I can't even admit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh God, I'm thinking about it.
Tonight, Connor McDavid, who only has 2 points so far in 2 games. He has 2 assists. No goals yet for Connor McDavid.
Why know that?
It's weird, right? The Kings in Edmonton are tied 1-1. They're going to LA now. Edmonton dominated the game that LA ended up coming. They blew a 3-goal lead in like 11 minutes left in the third period, and then lost, I believe, in overtime. So that series is tied 1-1, and there's got to be prop bets out there for McDavid that I would think people would want to give a shot.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to explode. There's no way this guy. He'll have a hat trick soon. I mean, something is going to. See what there is, because I'll tell you, it's worth a shit, right?
Yeah.
Why can't he have a 3-point night? We saw last night. Morgan Riley had a 4-point night.
Right.
Tavares
had if you bet him to score the first goal, it's plus 750.
That's not
Let me
bad.
see where you bet him to score. Hold on. That was to score the first goal of the game. That's why it's so high.
Yeah, I like it.
Gosh, why don't they have that? Okay,
They're probably scared.
Never mind. Sorry. Here we go. Anytime goal scorer, Connor McDavid, minus 105. That's not bad. That's almost
not bad at all.
Doubling your money.
He's going to score.
Yeah.
I'll do that every game. He's scoring. He's going. It's coming. He's not playing bad. I watched. He's still flying around and doing all the things.
Is he playing against a good defense or a good goalie?
Yes. Good defense. Very good. Remember the guy? Why am I forgetting his name? He used to play for the Canadians, and he used to face Matthews. He ended up leaving. It's a French guy. He ended up leaving for the Kings. Deneau. Philip Deneau. I think he's really good. He's really, really good, actually. Shutting people, or trying to at least shut people down. Now, Draisaitl's doing well. I think he's scoring a lot of the goals. But so I don't know. McDavid, they wake up. I don't know if they're going to lose a game in LA. They're better. They're better than Los Angeles, but I still think Edmonton's goaltending. I don't know.
It's like plus 110 to score a goal.
Who is?
Draisaitl.
Draisaitl?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another one. I don't know why. Yeah,
I'm expecting McDavid to score. He's minus 105 because they're waiting. They know it's coming too.
It's common. So that's the pretty much those are the games tonight. Every series in hockey is 1-1, except for the Rangers are up 2-0 on the Devils, and Carolina's up 2-0 on the Islanders. So Seattle shocked Colorado in 1-1, the Kraken, and Colorado came back and kind of evened it up. Now they're going to Seattle. That'll be interesting. What kind of a crowd they're going to have? That's their first playoff game ever, so that should be pretty cool.
Right.
The top team in the West is playing Winnipeg, and Winnipeg beat them game 1. And I picked them online to pick. I think Winnipeg wins the series. I think they will end up. I think they're going to knock out Las Vegas out. Jack Eichel's been horrible. He's like a -4. I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah.
I really think they win. I love Winnipeg in this series. I think because it's going to go back to Winnipeg, and I don't know if they come out with one. Las Vegas. I wouldn't be shocked. They got the best. They got one of the best goalies in the league. Hellebuck is one of the best there is.
Right.
And they still have all those guys on that team. There was just some problems there. At one point, they were in the top. They showed it on TV. I think it might have been in January or end of January. They were in the top 5 in the league with points. They went on such a horrible spell that they ended up almost not making the playoffs. They're the last seed in the West.
Yeah.
And allowing Edmonton to win the division and so on. But I kind of like them. I think they're worthy of something if someone wanted to play them. Just worthy of a little. What could they be for the series? It's got to be. I don't know.
You know.
Do they do that on there? They're doing series, right? I'm sure.
I think they are. Yeah, I would imagine.
And then I'm going to have to talk about the beloved.
Let me see if they even show it. It's conference division.
Love Winnipeg in this series. I really could see them winning that series.
Yeah.
Who's the goalie?
I would have to look for it. It's not really,
right.
It doesn't look like it's easy to get to, but
they're going to be a dog. Jonathan Quick is the goalie for Las Vegas, right? Because that's where they traded him.
Right.
And the Kings have Corpusalo.
What are they in? Who are you looking for?
The Winnipeg Las Vegas series.
What are they considered? West?
Yeah, West. Yep.
Oh, okay. Series betting. The Jets are plus 116.
Wow, that's low. I didn't think it would be that low. Holy cow! I do like the Jets, though. I thought it'd be a little higher. So last night,
They somewhat like them too.
yeah, I like them a lot. Last night, the Maple Leafs, who got buried game 1, 7-3, come back and win 7-2 last night. So you've had a 7-3 loss, a 7-2 win. Unbelievable. You know, so this series is exactly like last year. Last year, the Leafs won game 1, 5-0. Game 2, remember?
Yep.
Tampa came back and won 6-2. And they head back to Tampa now for tomorrow night. It's everything you thought it would be, unfortunately, because these are two of the top 5 teams in the league, and they're going to knock each other. One of them's going to get knocked out again,
Right.
and it can't be the Leafs again. If it's the Leafs again, huge changes have to be made. They can't do this again. This will be 7 years in a row, and now they're in tied with the Hartford Whalers.
I've heard it everywhere, man.
Tied with the Hartford Whalers. It was really
on the radio.
It was really bad when they lost game 1, 7-3. Holy cow! Last night there was almost a fight in the penalty box. The guy. Did you see that guy? Did you see the guy in the crowd try to get in there?
No.
Yeah, there was a lot of fight. Great fight between Tanner Jeannot and Luke Shen. And when Jeannot goes to the box, all of a sudden you see a referee jump in there, and there was some idiot I think was trying to get in there to fight him, and so all hell broke loose over there. I know, it's
You're never gonna win that fight, man.
Remember the one with Ty Domi when the
guy? I totally remember that one.
Do you know those guys are pretty good friends now? Him and that guy are friends.
Yeah,
no, they go out to dinner. They have drink. Yeah, they met. He tells the story, Domi, about they're going to meet. There was going to be a lawsuit. The guy was going to sue Domi, and Domi talks to him. And it's like, we can figure this out, whatever. So they meet in Philadelphia before a game, and at the old Spectrum or whatever. And the guy was, I guess, Domi says this story. The guy was shaking. He was really scared. He thought Domi was going to kill him. But no, they ended up, he got like a few pucks and a stick, and he apologized back and forth, and now they're friends, and they go out to dinner. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really nice.
It doesn't usually end like that, ever.
No, it ended. I don't know why Domi did. I guess Domi was probably trying to be smart about it because of the lawsuit,
Well,
which I really can't believe he'd get sued for the guy. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe he did give him a few shots he didn't need to, but,
a few shots.
Yeah, he got a few. But that guy was huge. That guy had to be 100 pounds heavier than Domi.
Yeah.
He was a big schlop. But either way. Yeah. The Leafs, so, I mean, the pressure's on again. But here's the thing. The general manager for the Maple Leafs has no contract. So that's interesting. He is done June 30th. So you know what that tells you. I would say if he don't win this series, you're going to go. And it's too bad because the Leafs team in the regular season has been as good as I ever remember. 115 points, 113 points, all that. And then you get in here. Now, there was some bad ones, though. The Montreal one was terrible when they lost to them in the first round. And Columbus was disgusting. The Bostons and the Tampa ones were at least like Montreal, they blew a 3-1 lead, right?
Were they expected to win going in? Were they expected to win any of these?
Montreal and Columbus, yes.
Okay. And those are the ones that should suck then. The ones they're not expected to win.
I mean, they put the Leafs as favorites in this Tampa series, and I don't know why, because when Tampa plays in the regular season, then you see Tampa in the postseason, it's two different Tampas.
Yeah.
For some reason, they've been in the Stanley Cup 3 years in a row. They've won 2 and lost 1, and they came up 2 games short of being a 3-time champion, three-peat.
Right.
When they get in there, you see it. It's a whole different story, the way it goes. Now, Vasilevsky, I'll tell you this, something's going on with him. He's not the same.
Yeah.
He didn't have a good season, and last night, that first goal by Marner, I mean, that was just a slap shot from the blue line.
Yeah, I think he was surprised at Marner's shot.
They went right through his legs. And even some of the other goals.
Yeah.
He doesn't look right, so maybe that's a plus for the Leafs somehow, maybe. But
Just
there's a lot of ghosts.
There's a lot of hockey left, buddy.
I know. That's what I tried to say to some idiots who were online after the Leafs lost 7-3. This one guy, a bunch of them. They were just. I thought I actually ended up posting something, and unfortunately, it had to be at Saber Fans because that's where I am at, and I had to tell them, I I know it's been a while. Like, it's been since Obama first term. So this is 4 out of 7. It's not a one game. It's not the Bills. It's not like one and done. This is a whole thing, man. A whole nother season.
Right,
And,
right.
You know, these people are just ball busters. You know what?
Hey, look, who's got to feel worse? You or the guy that I shared with you betting $10K that they were going to win?
Oh, yeah, I know.
How sick was that guy?
And that was game 1.
He messaged me after it was like 2-0, and he was like, he had already pretty much resigned himself to the fact that he was losing that bet.
And the Leafs came back too. They made it 3-2. He must have been excited because they scored 2 quick ones.
Heard from him the rest of the night.
And then Michael Bunting does what he does.
He was never up, ever, because he was minus -1.5.
Yeah, that's too bad. But then the night after, they do what you'd have thought they'd have done game 1.
Right. I've heard from him today.
Oh my God, he put 10
He's
grand.
got plans. I don't know. He's got some pictures to look at.
That's horrible. We should take a break because when we come back, the NFL, of course, we always say it doesn't sleep. Well, there's NFL news, and the Lions made some news today, and I don't think it's for good reasons.
Yeah.
All right, let's take our commercial break and back in about 2 minutes.
Digits 988 can save a life. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides connection to free confidential support. There is hope. The Lifeline works. For 24/7 confidential support, just call, text, or chat 988.
All right, welcome back. You know what? I want to answer a question real quick in the chat room about Austin Matthews. If I'm concerned if the Leafs lose game, the series, will Matthews go? I think anything could happen. I think the coach. I think anything could happen. I'll say this right now: the best player on that team is Mitch Marner. It's not even close. I think he really is. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah,
I think he's basically he's like the engine. He runs it.
yes.
I don't know. Now, Matthews' contract, he's got 1 year left. So you would figure they're going to sign him this offseason. Because if you don't sign him this offseason, they got to trade him.
Right.
Why would you just let him walk away? You'd want to trade him. Nylander's the same way. A decision's going to have to be made.
Well, yeah, and I think there's a lot of decisions to be made based on what happens in this series.
Yeah, I don't think Matthews leaves because they lose. I'm not sure that's going to happen, that he thinks I'm going to get out of here. I'm not positive that's how it's going to go down. Maybe, but I don't think so. Like if they lose, I don't think Matthews is going to ask to leave. I don't think he's going to refuse to sign. I'm saying it'll be the Leafs that might do something.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
Well, I think sometimes there's a thought that Matthews might think, I got to get out of here so I can win.
Oh yeah, no.
I don't think you're going to get that out of him, but who knows? I mean, he's certainly not going to Arizona. People can forget that. If he's going to go anywhere, I believe it'll be LA. It'll be out west, but it won't be Arizona. It'll be like Los Angeles or one of them.
Yeah.
And the Leafs will have to make a humongous deal. And that's how it would have to work.
Oh my God.
They can't let him walk away. They just can't. That would be a disaster. If you're going to trade that guy, think of the amount that you should get back in return. It should be unbelievable. It could be. I mean, I remember who got
your mind if it happens.
What's that?
Are you going to lose your mind if it happens?
You know what? No, because if the Leafs lose again, I've had it. Then everything is up in the air. Do whatever you got to do because you can't keep doing this. This is ridiculous. 7 years. You're like the Hartford Whalers. You're going to tie them. They're the only team that has lost more in the first round.
But don't you pick a player and build around that player or a core group of players and build around them? So you're saying they need to just completely blow the entire thing up?
Yeah.
So you've been trying to build around who?
Matthews, Marner, Nylander, and probably Tavares, I guess you'd say.
So what do you keep? Any of them?
If they lose, you got to keep Marner. I don't know how you let him walk away.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of Tavares because he's not going nowhere. He's got too much time left. He's old, and no one's going to trade for him. So that leaves Nylander and Matthews. I do think Nylander's going to be gone. I think because of salary cap. If everything goes well, I still think Nylander plays. I think they trade him at the end of, as we get into next season because you can't afford him anymore. He had a 40-goal season. You're not going to be able to afford him.
Right.
I mean, he's going to be paid. He's going to be paid like Pasternak. He's going to make $12 million. How can you pay him, Matthews, Marner, and you're still giving, Tavares is making a good amount.
Right.
So yeah, I think it would be Nylander who goes if everything goes well. If they lose this series, I think you're going to see the general manager fired. I think you'll see the coach fired then too, which means a new general manager comes in, which means anything goes at that point. And for me as a fan, I don't care anymore. I've always liked the team, not the player. For me, I don't care who the players are. I don't care if you're the devil, just win. And so I get, you know what? I don't know how you are in that aspect. I know you're that way too, right? I mean, Scott, it's the team, not the player.
Absolutely. No, it's definitely the team. It's not the player. Yeah,
I've been following this team for so long that I guess I don't care anymore. I like Matthews a lot. He's my favorite player, but whatever. I mean, if this can't work, they got to go. I mean, they traded Gretzky before. I mean, you can, if things have to happen, it happens. I hope not. I'd love to see this group win because I think they're good enough to win. It's just, there's some things they got to fight through. Like when we're going to get to the point where it's going to be, they're going to be, they were just down 1-0. That's the funny thing. That game was one of the biggest game twos I've ever seen in my life in a best out of 7. Because if they'd have lost that game, could you imagine? Go to Tampa down 2-0 after getting embarrassed like you did the night before.
Right.
So, that was a huge game. I think the players know, too, and then we'll get off this. I think the players know, too, about the changes that are coming if they lose.
Right.
I think they might have even been told. I truly believe they know that this is it. This is 7 years in a row. How many years can you do it with the same guys?
Right. Understandable, man.
It's got to get switched up. It makes me sick because I think it's a good group, but I don't know. Nice question, though. And as far as the NFL, let's go talk about the Lions today. It's the breaking story for the Lions. I mean, CJ Moore, safety, and I remember Cephas from Wisconsin. He was a big wide receiver. I liked him at Wisconsin. I don't think anything's ever materialized from the NFL yet. But unfortunately, it's not going to now because he's been suspended. Those two have been suspended indefinitely, and the team released him, and it was for betting on football, on NFL football. The other two guys, wide receiver Jameson Williams and Stanley Berryhill, are suspended 6 games for gambling on other sports. They can play in preseason games, but the season's gone for them.
You know why, dude? Had they bet on those sports at their house, it would have been fine. It's because they did it from inside the facility. That's the rule that they broke.
How stupid. And then the other guys, you can't bet on football. You can't bet on NFL games. I mean, that's just...
You're betting on NFL games. I mean, come on. Give me a break.
you got to go. I
You
mean,
get what you get.
it's bad enough that people think everything is fixed, or there's a script, or there's websites about that the NFL is like a movie. So you can't have these idiots doing this.
No.
You know? And what are they doing? You're betting on, oh my God. It's too bad. I like Cephas. I know he had some off the field issues too. That's the other thing. In Wisconsin, he had some issues. I think he got arrested or something. But he's a huge wide receiver with a lot. I remember against Ohio State, he did well, and those were good Ohio State defenses. And he was good, but now he's out there. And I don't know how long did what's his name get. Ridley didn't bet on NFL games, right? No.
Nope. He wasn't betting on NFL games.
Basketball, whatever.
Right.
I will say this: it's kind of bullshit. You're right. You can't do it in the facility. Fine. With all of this betting around you, I don't know how they could expect it's not going to happen. Right. With DraftKings, FanDuel, everything, and everywhere. I do think though betting on football is where you got to draw the line. You can't do it.
Yeah, you can't bet on the sport that you're a part of.
That's the Pete Rose issue.
Yeah.
You can't bet on baseball.
Oh, he did. Calvin Ridley, yeah. He did 3 multi-leg parlay bets that included at least one NFL game.
Oh,
I think he bet his team to win.
Oh, that's what it was, right? He bet his team.
That's what he bet, yeah.
That's the Pete Rose thing.
Right. Allegedly. Rose situation, right.
Alleged. I think that's bullshit. To me, I think that's a lie because he was a degenerate gambler. We know he was, like with the mob, and he owed so much money. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he if he's down 60 grand? Why doesn't he pull a pitcher out of the game? Why doesn't he bet against himself? Why doesn't he? He had to have. There's no way he didn't. Back then, it was just on sheets of paper, too. It wasn't DraftKings.
Yeah, Charlie Hustle was a scumbag.
Yeah, he kind of was. He really was. Great player.
He was a scumbag.
Yeah. Great player, right? Great player. Unfortunately.
Yeah, you know he did that. You know he did that shit. There's no way you can make me believe he didn't.
No, he definitely. I think his biggest problem was the way he acted after the fact. Like, refusing to admit he did it, then admitting he did it, then what does he do? He write the book. Like, you know what I mean? He just really, I think early on, he was too much poking at MLB baseball.
Yeah.
As he got older, he changed a little his tune.
Yeah.
But, all he had to do was admit it. I truly believe if he would admit everything, he would have been, I'm not saying they'd let him manage again, which I wouldn't either, but I think they would have at least acknowledged him.
Right.
And he would have maybe, because obviously he's the hit king, he should be, you'd want to acknowledge.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, it's unfortunate that he ruined his legacy like that.
Yeah, because it's one of the, I remember him. I mean, he was ridiculous. He was very good. He was
in the Hall of Fame. Everybody should know who he is.
Yeah,
but everybody should know he fucked up. I mean, that's all. That's all. That's the stipulation.
That's it. I don't know why they have such a hard time with that. Just put him in the Hall of Fame, but make sure you tell the story.
Right.
I mean, but you got to give him his. Are you going to give him his day though? Are you going to give him? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to give him his day? You can't. They won't do it.
Yeah, they'll never do that.
Where he goes up and talks.
That'll never.
And that's not Major League Baseball. I know it's Cooperstown itself. And Major League Baseball has nothing to do with it. They say. I think that's garbage. But I don't know. He's still. I don't know what he's still doing. He's getting old though.
He is getting old.
I don't see him. I remember he had that one wacky reality show, and he was married to some young Asian lady.
Yes.
That was the most unbelievable thing I ever seen. That lasted about 6 episodes.
Yeah. It
couldn't have been dumber. He's got baseballs all over the place. I mean, basically doing innuendos about betting.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a story. So me and my wife were in Vegas visiting my brother, and we were walking down the strip. And when we're outside of this one store, it was by the M&M store or something like that. I can't fully remember exactly where it was, but it was in front of a shop of some sort. There was a table set up, and I look over and I go, "Oh my God, that's fucking Pete Rose."
Oh.
Sitting at the table, trying to scratch up $25 for fucking autographed pictures. Or I think it was $50 or something like that. I'm like, wow, how the mighty have fallen. Jesus Christ. I said, all right, babe, I'm going to walk over there. I'm going to turn around at just the right time. You snap the picture. I have it. I don't know. I don't remember where it is. I know I snapped. I had her snap it, and then I was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" or something. You're not supposed to do that.
Oh, if you find that, we'll have to put it on.
Yeah.
That'll be fun to see.
I'll have to look. Oh God damn! I took a few pictures of him too while I was sitting at the table.
You know, he was manager of the Reds. He was announcing. Wait a minute. Just recently, they had him on Fox announcing. Remember, he was in the thing with A-Rod and Frank Thomas.
Right.
Think about that group. You're gonna have A-Rod and Pete Rose.
Oh shit!
That's something. I mean, but they were on. No, he was just on Fox. That's right. Why did they remove? He didn't get removed, did he? Or did they just let him go? Did he just his contract up? I wonder. I can't remember if something happened.
A-Rod and Charlie Hustle. I'll bet you they got some stories to share.
He was great. I'll tell you what. You want to listen to someone break down a baseball? He was an incredible. That's like OJ was too. OJ was incredible breaking down football games. I remember in the past.
Yeah.
And he was.
I love A-Rod.
He breaks them down good too.
And I thought what he did on Sunday Night Baseball when he talked about his regrets.
That was good with Michael Kay. Yeah, I should play that here one day because that was an incredible interview. Him and Barry Bonds both were together.
OJ puts out Twitter videos all the time.
I know.
Yeah.
So funny.
Dude, how about his what is he still trying to push that catcher? I haven't seen it in a while, but I know he's still doing it. His whole, hey guys, I'm just saying.
He says it all the time. Yep. And hello Twitter world. And then he's on the golf course and he's so ridiculous. I mean, and then he's in a beautiful home. You see him.
Right. Yeah.
The day he talked about Murdoch in South Carolina, when that was priceless.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I do like. What I do like though is for purposes of he sometimes breaks down games the Saturday before the Sunday football. He knows what he's talking about. He really does.
Absolutely. For sure.
What a shame. Because he's a good communicator.
Yeah.
He really is. He's good. He's good at that.
Absolutely. Well, that's why he was in movies and commercials and all. I mean, he was great. He was like perfect.
Yeah.
He was a great athlete. He was very well spoken.
Do you guys think that it's unfair to him? I'm going to say this. But he does get not unfair to him. He's a killer, but he gets acquitted. So that means he's not guilty, right?
Right.
Then he does what he does going after his Heisman Trophy.
No,
I think they were too hard on him.
He was going up. That guy had the suit that he wore at his murder trial.
Did he? Oh my God.
Yeah, he had that.
Wow.
Yeah, he had the suit. Yeah, he had the suit. I know that. I remember. I remember when that shit went down.
Yeah.
A bunch of memorabilia. He was pissed. I guess he said stolen because OJ said it had been stolen. It wasn't sold.
Yeah, they had all kinds of stuff. He had his USC jersey. He had everything. Whoever.
Yeah.
Did anyone, you guys, this is old news and then we'll get off it. Did anyone ever think he was not guilty?
No.
Yeah.
I figured he roid raged or something.
Yeah. Then the best, have you read his book? If I Did It?
Oh, I most certainly did.
Yeah, so did we.
I had to. How could you not?
I know.
Yeah, yeah. If I did it, he came at me with this kung fu move, which sounds exactly like it sounded pretty close to probably what happened.
Yeah. And how about that one interview he does with that? I can't remember her name. It was like from the 90s or maybe early 2000s, where he basically says it,
Right.
but then he corrects himself.
Right.
If it was like, that was wild. All right, whatever. I think it was the author of the book he was sitting down with. The lady who wrote Stern's book. I think it was the same lady. I just can't remember her name. Anyhow, let's get off of that. But it's a fascinating stuff. When I see him on Twitter, I check it out. I love the comments too. It's always so funny.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll never forget when Jim Rome came to Bison Field and he entered the place getting chased by the cops in a white Bronco coming down the 190.
I was there. Were you there? I was there.
I had I got the tickets and I couldn't go, so I told my boss, go ahead and go, dude.
I was there and it was so stupid. I was there, but it was really dumb. The place was it didn't even
Johnson there?
I think he was there. Yeah. It was
about Doug Flutie and shit, right?
It was 1,000 degrees too that day. It was so hot. And I drank so much beer.
The Flutie Johnson War.
Yes, the Flutie Johnson War.
Yeah. I remember because I remember hearing him trying to bait Johnson into talking shit. He got Johnson to talk shit about Flutie.
That's right, because Johnson's from Southern California, so they were. Yes, that's right. I remember. All right, real quick before I know we should do our betting. Did you see Jalen Hurts got his 5 years, $255 million, 110 guaranteed, the signing bonus? I thought, yeah, that guy deserved
right. It was right. No, I didn't have any issue with it. I didn't think it was too high, too low, too nothing. I thought it was right.
I thought it was in line.
Go to the Super Bowl. I mean, this guy.
Yeah.
They're going to commit to him. What's that?
I said he got it deservedly so. I mean, he deserves it.
Now, the Vikings, it continues. I read something, it was a mock draft, but it was from NFL.com, so I don't even remember whose it was. But then there was more Bleacher Report and everything saying that the Vikings are going to try to trade up to number 10 to see if they could get the quarterback from Florida. God, why am I forgetting his first name? Anthony Richardson. I know it was Anthony Richardson. Teams also have called about Trey Lance, I guess, trying to get him from San Francisco. And again, Minnesota's name comes up. Minnesota's getting a quarterback somewhere. Whether Kirk Cousins is there with that quarterback, it doesn't matter. Right. But they're going to get a quarterback.
Well, don't you think they should?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Kirk Cousins really isn't young anymore.
No, yeah. It's almost like the Maple Leafs with him. Like, how long are you going to keep going with the same guy?
Knowing Kirk Cousins, he will milk. He's got no problem being a backup. I guarantee you.
Well, because think about it. If they got Richardson, I mean, he could sit behind Cousins for a year. Sure. Or whatever, or however that works. I mean, Cousins might not like it, but I think he's getting paid.
Franchise tagged like 4 or 5 times.
He loves it. Why not? He should. He should.
Love it.
Good
Look
for
at
him.
What guys made. Oh my God, he's probably one of the smartest quarterbacks in football financially. I heard them they say that about him.
Yeah, him and Flacco. Flacco was good too when he did what he did that time. Good for him.
Dude, he called it. He called his shot, and he hit it. I mean, you can't. Got to give him his due, right?
Yeah, and Trey Lance is an interesting one to me. I'd be afraid. What do you do with it? You got to. I don't know what to do with that guy because it's unfair. He hasn't given it. He's had no opportunity, and he blows out his. That was really kind of messed up.
Yeah.
When that happened, that was week 1 against the Bears. That was terrible. I hope someone trades for him.
Effect, dude.
What's that?
It's the Jordan Love effect.
Yeah. Yes.
Jordan Love better hope to God that he is awesome.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I feel bad for the kid. He's got a lot of pressure on him. You want to talk about having pressure on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everybody fought to have you start for them. You better be fucking ready, dude. Like, you better win football games. Nobody even knows how he's going to play, really. You've seen him, a few times, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Did you really see enough when he has played? I mean, I remember Rodgers being injured and he came in, but
yeah.
Have you ever really saw enough out of him?
No, I've seen nothing. And I don't watch any of their preseason much. You know what I mean? So I don't even know what that means. I don't know anything. I hope he's good. I mean, I hate the Packers, but I mean, if I'm just being like a fan type thing, I hope he's good.
How was he in college?
Good. I mean, I forget about him now in college because it's been so long. What's it been, Robin? How many years now? 3? Right? 5 years? 3?
No, I'm sorry, not 5. 3. 3 years, right?
3. Can you find out? Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Go back and remind me what university he's from. Just because I'm forgetting. It's been a while and I'm getting old. What about the 49ers? They're going to go into this with all that they have with Brock Purdy.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know. I would feel a little bit concerned.
He kind of proved himself yeah, I know. I'd be concerned about that arm strength, dude. That arm, you don't know how he's going to come out of the surgery. You have no clue.
Could Aaron Rodgers end up there? I still think he could end up there.
He could.
Utah State.
As far as I'm concerned, anything, dude, anything could happen.
I've read some places where the 49ers have inquired. Like that of course, he would fit there perfectly. That's his place.
Are they willing to give the Green Bay Packers what they want?
I don't know. They should give them what they want. This guy could win the Super Bowl for them.
They're in a great situation quarterback wise.
Yeah, let him play, and then you got Purdy, I guess, because Lance has to go. He has to go, and I hope he finds a spot. That'd be good for him. I mean, I heard
people are already inquiring about him too.
Oh yeah. I heard the Vikings were one of them.
Or I'm sorry. They were inquiring about him. I heard there was a couple teams looking at him.
Yes, a couple teams. They didn't tell me anyone else. Everyone's quick to say Minnesota, though. That's why I feel like Minnesota wants us to know that or something.
Right.
Because it's always Minnesota.
Him over there and sit him on the bench. There's no way they're going to do that.
Right. No,
You do that, you'd kill him. That would kill that kid.
I think Richardson would be good there.
Yeah.
They said that I was reading that he's like, the guys, the scouts are saying he's like out of this world, his athleticism. Like this kid is and I saw him in college. And
I see some saying he's going to be the number 2 quarterback.
yeah.
Is he that good?
The physical aspect. He was good in Florida, but the physical. This guy he would actually be a step like he's like the next. Like he'd be 3.0. I don't know. He's just ridiculous. The physical. I don't know what's going to happen when he gets in the NFL. You know how that goes.
It's one of those guys. You don't know how his play is going to transition into the NFL.
Yeah.
He's either going to get by storm or he's going to get his ass handed to him. One of those deals.
Yeah, I think he's got it. Oh my God, the physical.
Well, how does he remind you of like a who? I think of quarterbacks. I think of Dante Culpepper when I think of big quarterbacks, big guys.
All right, Dante Culpepper with with way more speed than him and jumping ability. Like this guy. What's that?
He can throw the ball like that. Culpepper had a hell of an arm, man.
He's got a great arm. This guy. He's got everything you could want.
But he's not falling all over this guy.
They do. The Colts have said they want him. I've heard Houston has talked about it.
Why wouldn't he be looking at for number 1 if he's got that much potential and he's already that good? Why wouldn't he be the first pick in the draft?
I know. Well, people think that. I'm not a big fan of the guy from Alabama, and I'm not a big fan of C.J. Stroud anymore.
Accuracy issues? Is there what's the knocks on him, on Richardson? What's his knocks? I keep hearing he's raw. He's raw. Why do they say that?
Because I think the offense in Florida, it isn't like. I don't believe he was throwing. He's not throwing 40. He's not throwing a lot over there, 40, 50. Like that type of thing.
He's not really in an NFL style system.
Yeah, but now when you see everyone's in shotgun and the way they play and everyone's running around and all that shit, he's just kind of I don't know. He's got a spot in the NFL somewhere doing something. I hope it's quarterback for him. But if it's
Cordell Stewart number 2,
bigger and been strong, this kid is. Yeah, you got to watch some video. I have to send you some video.
Send me some. I'd like to see it. I really would. I keep hearing so much. I've heard the guy talked up from the number 4 quarterback to number 2.
Well, now Ohio State's C.J. Stroud is just plummeting down, and I don't care.
Why?
I don't know. No idea. I guess I didn't read into it. I got to be honest with you. I didn't read into it, but I'm not surprised, I guess.
It's amazing. I watched that happen over the course of 2 fucking weeks. That kid just like he's gone. Like I'm like. Did he piss somebody off in an interview?
Yeah.
And did he have? Who did he meet with?
There was something that it's not surprising though. Ohio State quarterbacks, in all honesty, it can be brutally, they're bad. They're usually bad. Justin Fields hopefully will break the. What's that?
Is it just more of the system? It's not.
It shouldn't be because you go there. You have Njigba. You have Marvin Harris. They're throwing the ball. Marvin Harrison. Junior, you know what I mean? You got all of that.
So it's like throwing to Marvin Harrison Jr. is like throwing and having the wall catch it.
Yeah, right? The guy's incredible.
Right? Like this fucking big, right? Like doesn't miss. Okay,
yeah, no. But it's weird because I think Fields was a better quarterback than Stroud. Fields proved himself a little more. I thought Stroud in the playoff game against Georgia was awfully good. Yeah. I didn't see it. He didn't. I don't know what it is. I don't know why Bryce Young is considered as good as he is. I'm not positive on him, but
is he going to fall and then come in with a chip on his shoulder and then just fucking blow everybody away?
I hope Stroud does. I hope he does. I would love to see it. I like him. He doesn't run.
That he's short.
That's Bryce Young is short. Yeah, the guy from Alabama.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
C.J. Stroud though wouldn't run. He would not run. He was not a quarterback who would run. He wasn't, but he did against Georgia, and it was incredible. It was great. It caught him off guard. That's the thing. Maybe that's a problem too. He's not a runner. He likes to drop back and pass. He'll scramble, but he doesn't run. So I don't know if that's a problem for teams.
Not a runner, but he's good at running, is what you're saying.
When he takes off, he's fine. He just don't do it. He don't. He'll throw the ball instead of run.
How would you do that into your game? Like it makes you better. Like
weird. He did it against Georgia though. and that was kind of
was he hurt or something?
No, Robin, no. He just didn't like to run. I mean, he would
him not apt to run. I don't get it.
Yeah, no, he was in the pocket and he would scramble, but the runs weren't like, they were never doing a play where he's just hiking the ball and run, snapping the ball and running, like that type of thing. That wasn't happening with him. Now I'm surprised NFL teams don't like that a little more. So maybe he's got an arm issue. I'm not sure.
NFL teams like that a little bit more in a player, knowing that they have the ability to call that play if it's ever needed.
I think he's going to go somewhere and be okay. I will agree with everybody who talks bad about Ohio State quarterbacks because they're bad. Justin Fields, maybe I'm hoping. Obviously, he's on the Bears. I'm hoping he's the one that breaks that trend. But Ohio State quarterbacks have been terrible in the NFL. Actually, they're not even. Alabama used to be like that too. I remember their quarterbacks were always bad. Remember those guys? You'd have A.J. McCarron, and they were winning championships with McElvoy or whatever the hell his name was.
USC quarterbacks.
Those guys should be good. I don't know what the hell's. Yeah.
Leinart.
Yeah.
Oh, Leinart. He was supposed to be like the next god coming into the NFL. He was a turd.
I think of those guys, though. That's the thing that's amazing and why it's so hard, I think, for people because you watch college football, and I'll say this about Tim Tebow. His college football career was incredible. When I saw him, I thought I thought he was going to be, but what do I know? But he was terrible, right? The NFL, he was horrible.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, everybody thought he was. I remember everybody talking about how awesome he was going to be.
Because he was different. But at that point, he was different. Next thing I know,
Leonard Fournette was supposed to come in like a wrecking ball and blow the whole league out.
Well, he punched people in the face. I think ever since he got into that, remember he got into that fight? I forgot who he punched in the face, and I don't know. Things always kind of went downhill. I still like him though, but he just got so fat. He got too fat. When he wasn't fat, I thought he was great. Like he'd be a perfect third, guy to have.
Oh, sure.
If you're a good team, why don't we do this?
He's a big dude.
Very big, but we're running.
Make some money.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
By chance, is there any spending a lot of time in Miami? Now you call it home. By chance, is there any chance that you're coming out of retirement and playing for the Finns?
Oh, man. I know.
I'm just saying.
Well, I will say, now that I'm not affiliated with any team anymore, and even though I have strong ties with a couple teams, I do have some friends on the Dolphins that I really like. So I wouldn't say I necessarily root for them all the time, but I root for my friends to do well, and several of them play for Miami. So
Awesome.
Was he at a seminar? What the hell was that? That looked like some bizarre seminar. You know what I mean? Like
they probably paid him $5 million to talk for 10 minutes.
And then I wonder if he had, like he said, that, I feel like he said that to be. I feel like he was trying to play to the crowd. It felt like to me, like you know what I mean. Like I'm in Miami, so what am I going to say here?
If Tua got hurt, I guarantee you he would come back. Just like that.
If they called, I guess. Why not?
Yep.
Yeah, but he's got so much. Why would he? The money he's going to get paid to be an announcer is ridiculous.
He doesn't care. It's the love of the game, dude.
Hmm?
It's the love of the game. The guy's addicted to it.
That's true. They do get addicted to it.
Hell of a hard time not coming this year. He's going to get called by people.
Yeah.
He is going to get called, dude. There's no doubt he's going to be called by people.
He will, definitely. And Roethlisberger got called last year, they said. I can't believe he got called. He's got to be huge. He was. But at the end for him, he wasn't moving well.
No.
I mean, he was.
Excuse me, Statue of Liberty?
Yeah. What?
Can you hold the ball for like 10 seconds?
Remember how mad he was when he won that last regular season game to make the playoffs?
Yes, he didn't want to make that. I didn't blame him.
And then he got his ass.
He got his ass whipped. Yeah, he didn't want to go. You could tell. Yeah, no, he wasn't slapping him.
He wanted to go home, dude.
Yeah.
He did 3 lap.
Yeah, because he wanted to go off in the sun. I almost get it. It's too bad. Look, he got pounded. Yeah, he got his ass whipped. Anyways, who do we like? Let's bring up our thing. Hold on. Let me get our money. The money is raining. Rain. All right, here we are. Scott, are you ready with what you got?
Nope, I'm bringing it up. I'm just logging back in.
Okay. I'm going to tell you what I got first then.
Go ahead.
Robin, I like the Islanders tonight to win the game. I like Florida to win the game tonight against Boston. Be a great parlay. And I want to go with McDavid. Do whatever you want. Score a goal, score 2 goals, go crazy, maybe 3 goals, whatever. Just keep hitting McDavid until you hit, because he's gonna do something. It's coming.
I bet on him to score 2+ goals.
That's good. All right, Scott.
All right.
You ready,
the
Rob?
Nuggets Timberwolves game. I've got the Nikola Jokic over 24.5 points, baby.
How many points again? 24?
Over 24.5. Yeah.
24.5. Jokic. All right.
And I have a 3-legger. John Collins of the Boston Celtics Atlanta Hawks game over 5.5 rebounds.
Okay.
Cleveland Cavaliers Knicks game, Jalen Brunson to score 20+ points. And the Nuggets Timberwolves game, Anthony Edwards to score 20+ points.
I like this. Yeah, that's a good one. Get that in. I like it. I like it a lot. I will tell you, my favorite, I really think the Islanders win tonight. I know Florida's a little more of a prayer because Boston, whatever, but I don't know. I wonder how that game's going to come. The place is going to be crazy down there.
With the 1.5 point spread?
What's that?
1.5 goal spread? With the 1.5 goal spread, or are you talking money line?
Money line on these ones.
Okay.
In Florida, what's that atmosphere going to be? I mean, that's going to be crazy down there. But anyways, so next week we will be what? When is the draft? Is when? Is
the draft in a week and a half?
It's this Thursday coming up?
Yeah.
Wow.
Thursday, Friday.
Is it this Thursday? This weekend?
Yeah. 27, 28, 29.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. Now here's what we're gonna do. Nothing, because this year I want to watch the first round. I really want to watch the first round.
I'd like to watch it too and enjoy it myself.
So maybe we'll come on Friday and we'll talk about the first round, right?
Yeah.
The first round's on Thursday.
We'll have a ton to talk about.
Yep. And we'll come on and we'll recap the first round, talk shit about it, whatever. Probably I'll be all upset. Who knows what the Bears are going to do?
Yeah.
Jalen Carter, whatever. I don't know. The Bills will do something. Maybe they move up. That'll be fun. You know, I can't wait. No, I told Robin, I don't want to do that this year. They've done it, and I miss it. Like, I don't get to see the draft. I enjoy I
know what you mean. Yeah.
So
let's watch the draft.
We'll watch it, and then we come back and talk about it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I was on for 4 hours last year.
That's a long time.
Yeah. And then I'm talking to it's just unbelievable. Anyway. All right, man. You going to have a good weekend?
You too. Yeah, I'm going to try, buddy.
Yeah, me too.
Right.
Watch some games. There's a lot of good ones.
All right.
Let me find our music. All right, we're out of here. Take care, everybody.
See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.